Hi, I'm Jim Healy at Rooted in Love. Everybody has a bad day sometimes, don't they? The problem, though, is when you and your spouse both have a bad day on the same day. That's when the fireworks can start. Now, luckily, there's a way to avoid the problems related to that. It's called emotional transformation, and I'm indebted to Pat Love and Steve Stosny for this. The idea is to be at your best when your spouse is at their worst. And it's four simple kind of directives. They're simple, but they're not easy by any means. But boy, are they effective. Here's the first one. When you feel like giving up, okay, you're being asked to change too much in this relationship, okay, and you feel like just dropping your hands and saying it's hopeless. Instead, make some small improvement. So if you're being told that you're a very messy person, all right, and you might say, at this point, I can't change that much. Well, change a little, okay? Decide that you're going to make the bed for the rest of your life, if nothing else. And that's a start. It's a signal of cooperation. Second, when you feel like casting blame, instead appreciate. So let's say you're both big-time coffee drinkers, and it's the other person who usually picks up the coffee, and they forgot. You're out of coffee. Well, that can make people feel desperate. Okay? But instead of blaming at that point, you might just say, honey, I appreciate that you've been doing this all this time. You've been helping to get the coffee, and I should probably help you with that more. Third, when you feel like withdrawing, when you've just been kind of overwhelmed by the emotions of a relationship and you just got to get out of there, you can't take another moment. Before you leave, make a small connection. So a little kiss on the top of the head, or a little I love you, hon, I'll be back soon, okay? Or can I get you something before I go? Just some little connection, even when you have to withdraw. Okay? And finally, when you feel like attacking, instead find a way to protect. Okay? So instead of saying, you always do this, you always wait till the last minute to get ready for a meeting, and now you're not ready again, and the meeting's tonight. Okay? Well, what's a protection at that moment? How can I help you get ready for this, hon? Okay? Your spouse will be so grateful. So remember, what are they? When you feel like giving up, instead make a small improvement. When you feel like casting blame, instead appreciate. When you feel like withdrawing, instead make a small connection. And when you feel like attacking, instead find a way to protect. You know, in Ecclesiastes it says 2 is better than 1, because if one falls, the other can pick them up. And yeah, I know that even though the temptation is to drop down when your spouse falls, because by God, you've had a bad day too. If you can instead elevate, it'll be a wonderful gift for your marriage. God bless you, and please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell.